YouTube, what the crap's going on? Welcome back to the East Rome campaign in Total War Attila, where we're doing pretty well, getting pushed forward quite a lot. Should be getting us nearer to victory each turn. I think someone asked me to show the victory objectives a while back, and I haven't for quite a while, so I don't know though if this, I know they updated some of the victory conditions in a patch, but I don't know if it patches backwards. So it may be impossible for me to have I control 90 settlements apparently. Defeat 20 factions by capturing or razing. I've got 18 of that done. Maintain the control of the 6 provinces either by direct ownership or through puppet states. Dacia is the only one I do not, but we could resettle it. So I mean, we aren't terribly far from. I wonder if this is the part that can't be done, though. You gotta have a veteran garrison quarters. Is it only available to the Western Romans? Because if so, that's gonna make this impossible for me to do. Yeah. That may have been what prevents you from having this type of victory, so... and it seems like in the ultimate victory there was a building that was impossible to build too. So I think what we'll consider victory is kind of like by our own choosing. If we can kind of help West Rome fend off its enemies and defeat them, I mean, maybe just going for utter Roman domination here may be fun. I don't know. I think there's a lot of options for us that would be kind of fun to explore here.
Ready for orders.
How come these guys aren't retraining?
At your command.
We're in friendly territory, I thought. No, we're not. Let's actually put these guys back in the city, see if that'll help them retrain faster. It will, considerably faster. And then these guys are in forced march. They can't go any further. This army, however, can move. And maybe we should... We kind of need an army to resettle Dacia as well and defend off Huns from the homelands. So we may have to create an army to take care of that. I mean, it shouldn't be a problem. We're making more than enough money to do so.
Commander.
Is this the Savaria and Desolate? So these are the two areas that go... kind of go with me here. I'd kind of like to resettle these areas, and we need to finish destroying Macedonia anyway. I'm kind of thinking this army, though, might be better served by going over to help the effort in Italy. So I'm actually going to put them to sea and come ashore over near Ravenna. The Saxons are all camped out outside the sea, and then the Jutes are sailing around down here too. Probably wouldn't hurt to have a fleet over here, to be quite honest. I don't know where we have a good, solid military port, though. Those are fishing jetties. Let's see. Corinthus. Fishing jetties again. We probably don't need fishing jetties there. Olive presses. Let's convert this over to a military jetty and start to crank out a fleet. Oh wait, why is the population upset here? Instability. They must have been attacked a while back or something. Surely that'll stabilize. Still going -6 per turn right now, though. Well, it probably wouldn't hurt. Wow, is Corinth really that? Yeah, the fertility's quite bad. How come it's, okay, so we'll probably want to maybe stick to a cattle herd or something. Let's get... banking house. 10 wealth from buildings. get more public order from that as well. Let's crank up some of these buildings that'll ratchet up the public order. And we've got... Oh, I thought we were converting that already. Yeah, convert it to a military jetty. And what else could we build here that would be helpful? Probably this consecrated ground wouldn't hurt. Or actually, let's just build the forum. We're already getting pagan influence. We can build something different with the forum. So we'll spend all our money on that for the time being. I kind of need to look around over here too, and looks like we've stabilized. We're going to have a rebellion up here at Spahan, but this army will be ready to quell it. So not a big deal. The Huns are up here in the north, in the Caucasus. This army will be able to oppose them, but I'm trying to get some cavalry stables complete, and hopefully the Huns will give me a few turns. Again, not worried about a provincial governor just this moment, though we probably should get one assigned. Don't see it making like an immediate difference here. Wow, the Picts got a lot of stuff sailing around. I think on the next turn, I'm going to try and get that army started up at Thracia to go retake Dacia, since it's one of the victory provinces it's listed. I like how the Jutes are all over the place. Another Hun stack rolling in. So the Huns got 3 stacks up there in the Caucasus. We'll definitely need something potent to take them out. The Thrungians look like they've declared war on me again. Abkhazia wants me to make them a puppet state because they want me to protect them from the Huns. I will try to do so, but they're going to have to hold out for a while. Okay, almost through the turn end here. The West Romans are absolutely beset everywhere. So we had rebellion at Venetia and Spahan. I have a hostile agent screwing with me in Venetia.
Ready for orders.
Let's see, we need to upgrade this guy to a Comez General. There's still some of the stacks that have that. So yeah, there's some Western Roman rebels. That's fine. I'm just going to let them rebel for a couple turns to bring the public order down, similar to what we did down here at Regime. And it seems to be working quite well there. And we have another stack. I don't know why they can't move, but okay, whatever. We'll get them across in the next turn. We were at peace with the Thuringians, and it looks like that for whatever reason they are at war with me again. What kind of... Yeah, they just got levied junk. So we should be able to easily destroy these guys. This army has mostly retrained as well. Let's go ahead and attack them here with this army. We'll have to put them into... Well, we actually can't reach them because they're across the river. Well, that's okay. We'll just fortify here.
Get the stakes up.
I don't think these... Yeah, neither of my stacks can reach them. And they won't be able to do anything to any of my cities on this turn in. We'll just keep an eye on them. Like I said, we're going to let those guys go. Let's go back down to Egypt here. And down in Egypt. We still got Axum that's causing trouble down here. No more mercenary cav that I can bring on, unfortunately, because Axum's got a fairly substantial stack there. I don't know what all they have in that stack. We are going to need to kill them, though. They're fortified down here. Oh, sweet, we can levy up some Desert Raider cav, which that's not going to hurt. And And there's some mercenary legionary defectors here too, and archers. I've got plenty of archers. Maybe what we'll do, I think these legionary defectors would be probably the best. We'll grab a couple of these. Well, actually, I could have grabbed the onager, but we'll be fine. Let's hire those mercenaries, so now we got like an actual stack here. So that'll keep Egypt safe for now. We've got a lot of buildings building all over the empire. I want to go ahead and raise some forces here. We got plenty of governors in our employ. Our dominion, though, still isn't super impressive, and it's because there's plenty of other guys who are governors that are basically getting lots of influence. But our emperor has a lot of influence as well. He's a governor as well in Thracia. Makes sense. He's the emperor. That's where he is. All of our generals are governors right now. We got all of these guys who are not quite grown up yet. He's 11, 13. So the emperor's got other sons that will mature over time. I think that I'm gonna go ahead and, like I said, start training up an army here. We'll just have to raise a general from one of the. Get a +2 integrity. That probably wouldn't hurt to start off with. Yeah, we don't want that. Let's take this guy here. Raise an army.
It is an honor to serve Rome.
You're darn right it is. All right, so sweet. Exubatorius Cavalry Guard. That's so cool.
Are you ready to serve Rome?
We might have to get some of those just for fun. These guys are supposed to be infantry killers. I don't know if they actually get a bonus versus infantry though. They don't have an attack versus cavalry. There might be a hidden bonus versus infantry since they use an axe. But then again, I don't know. Their melee damage isn't very impressive, but if it's axe damage, it might be yeah, it's half armor piercing. Interesting. So we have access to all kinds of awesome cav here, which is cool. It would kind of be nice to have Numeroi, but these Eastern Armored Legio are basically just as good at this point. We're going to upgrade him to a Comez, of course. We don't have access to... Oh, we have Scoli Palatini as well. That's awesome. Cataphractari. Yeah, we got some good cavalry here. This is going to be fun. So I think that what I'll do... So let's get some Scoli, some Cavalry Guard.
Soldiering, it's a good life. Come, fight for Rome.
Get 8 legionaries. I'll probably leave the slots open for missile troops at this point. I don't really need any spearmen, and I have all that cav. I mean, spearmen are kind of worthless on this game anyway, it seems like. So, yeah, I'm gonna leave the rest of that open for missile troops. Do I have? I need a good archery building somewhere, or I say archery skirmisher. Yeah, we could do a skirmisher range right here and get elite ballistari. So let's do that. Let's go ahead and put in the military building there. How are we doing sanitation? Oh yeah, we're killing it on sanitation. I could build a whole bunch of buildings here that would actually be a nice improvement. But I want to see what else we need to do with my money first too. I know we were converting over. Yeah, we've stabilized this province here. That's good. Actually, we should probably keep spending money on this province. Let's do that. Let's pour it on strong here. Small marble quarry. We'll go ahead and do that. This olive press is actually giving us quite a bit of food, which is pretty sweet, because otherwise I wouldn't be getting much food from this province. Okay. Yeah, let's go ahead and upgrade that town too. So we've used up our money. That's good though, we need to use it up. There is the rebellion out here at Spahan.
At your command. Get to it, men.
And we can attack and destroy them on this turn, and we might as well.
At your command. Make haste, men.
There we go. Kill the captives.
We hunger for battle.
Should be able to force march on back into Spahan, so it will be pacified at this point. And this army has upgrades as well for light recruits, morale versus barbarian kingdoms versus eastern empires versus nomadic tribes. We might want to get across this nomadic tribe because these guys could very well find themselves fighting Huns soon. So, and speaking of Huns, they are all over my newly formed puppet state. We are 3 turns from the cavalry stables that we badly need up here. From a mercenary standpoint, nothing super helpful that I can get a hold of at the time, so we're just going to have to hold off. I could always just stack up a lot more infantry in the meantime. I guess I could. Probably wouldn't hurt. These guys they only take 1 turn to recruit. And it'd be a nice safety. We can just get rid of them and trade them for cavalry whenever I get the opportunity. So let's do that. Yeah, let's just wait. Get some extra infantry just in case the Huns move on down to try and deal with me. Otherwise, we should be good here. This guy, yeah, he's a governor, so let's do this. It cuts down a little bit on the corruption in his province. And it says we can still assign a governor, I know, but I'm good. We'll just wait till one of the Emperor's sons is ready to fill the position. We're not going to miss out on anything major until then. Okay. I need some cavalry, of course, but I also need some skirmishers to help deal with all the Hun skirmishers that they're going to no doubt have. And I'm going to have to fortify against the Huns in order to hope to beat them, so I may move out into a fort, kind of like blocking off the... yeah, these guys are going to move up, and they're probably going to try and hit me at Cotes. They are, and they're going to bring another stack up. I should have done that infantry a little bit sooner, but assuming we have a good defensive position where their horse archers can't get behind me, my testudo should be able to withstand that. But I've said that before and been wrong. So let's go ahead and fight this. This will be good though, because this will kind of help. If we can win it, it'll help weaken the Huns substantially, so that in a few turns when my cavalry buildings are complete, we can push them out of the Caucasus entirely. Hopefully saving our puppet state at the same time, because they act as a nice buffer between my troops and the Huns. We have enough troops, we may be able to just kind of guard the approaches to the city. And if that's the case, we could keep the horse archers at bay while our towers beat down on them. Let's see what we have available to us here. As far as options, looks like the Huns... they have come all on one side of the river. They can cross the river right here, it looks like. Yes. So there's a crossing point there. And they can get across the river right here, too. But there's basically 3 main choke points that we could hold up. So, for instance, I could do something like this. We could guard this. We could guard this one. And then we could guard this over here too. So we can easily guard all these. There's another crossing point over there too. So the Huns could potentially try and swing in. Well, if they get to the crossing point, it doesn't matter because there's no way that they can actually get back into my city. So yeah, we can actually just dedicate troops to guarding every entrance and let our towers shoot down Hunnic horse archers. So I think that's going to be the most sensible solution here. We'll set up kind of like a testudo barrier. I've got some archers here. I'll kind of just keep them back. And I think what we'll do is we'll leave a few units back here, kind of in a safety position, just in case. We may need to have like a final defense somewhere. Okay, yeah, my general's a Gomez now. I was like, what? What's up with my general? Okay. Yes, so let's go ahead and get started. I'm going to put it in slow motion so I can make all the moves that I need to here. We'll just pull these guys basically across that front. And we'll do the same thing here to where we've got a nice solid wall of defense. And we'll do the same thing here where they won't be able to outflank me, nor will they be able to get into the capture zone. So let's hit play. We're going to need our guys to get in position quickly though, just in case Huns bring in like Lancer charges or something similar. Okay, defensive testudo, and defensive testudo. Alright, so the towers here are going to be doing us a big favor, because they will fire relentlessly at the Hunnic troops.
We're being ambushed.
Yeah, we've got every approach covered. Whew, that is a lot of Hunnic horse archer fire. And they're getting a few kills because they're coming at me from a flank, I think. So I'll see if I can get these armored Sagittari in a position over here to fire back at some of the horse archers, because they are getting far more kills than I'd like to see. They're firing on my unshielded side, and even though my guys are in testudo, I'm getting ripped apart because of it. Fire, please. The Huns just suicide attacked me over here. That should not go well for them. There's a whole second wave of Huns ready to come in at me too. Ugh. Hope we don't catch our own tower on fire here. That would be monumentally bad. The Huns are trying to get through me over here, and their missile barrage is devastating at the moment. I think I'm gonna have to even bring up a reinforcing Legio. Let's bring these guys back around too. Yeah, my Sagittari are just not killing these guys fast enough to be wildly effective. Yeah, over here their horses are being destroyed. And they've got even more troops coming. Ooh, they're actually going to be coming at me right here. So, may not have been a good idea for me to do this. Let's put those guys there, those guys there. They've got a lot more horse archers here. I'm going to try and position my Legio to where the horse archers kind of have to shoot me from a more head-on angle. Do the same thing with the Lanciari Senoras here, if they will actually reposition, which they're not wanting to do. Got some mercenary Bosporan warriors there, that's not good. My guys formed up stupid in their defensive testudo, and I'm not sure I'm going to have time to reform, because we are about to get nailed by those noble Akatziri raiders, and those noble raiders are actually going to probably be able to capture the tower out from underneath me because I fell back to where they can get in the circle. They are going to have probably pretty massive capture power. Wow, a lot of missile fire coming in. Let's get my armored Sagittari back here. Yeah, we're going to need this other unit to come up here and kind of help hold this. They shot through all my infantry initially, but they've wasted most of their ammo too. And then back here, yeah, they're trying to capture that off of me, but so far my guys are Oof, we're actually losing it now. Let's get my scout equite out here, actually. It'll get shot up, but it'll help keep them from capturing the tower, which is going to be pretty important. Oh, my scout equite can't get out here fast enough. Because it'll have good capture power. All these Hun horsemen are dying up against my spears, which is quite good. We need to reposition here to where these guys are not shooting me in the unshielded flank. Yeah, they are trying hard to capture that, and I hate to come in here and sacrifice my scout equites, but I need some serious capture power to help stop this. Otherwise, all their cavalry here should die. There we go. I'll kind of move my scout equites in and out, try not to leave them here for too terribly long because of all the missile fire that's coming in. That's going to be a big benefit. So there, I can run my scout equites out again and wait. So yeah, these guys, their testudo is actually succeeding here because of the positioning. So yeah, those horse archers are gone. This flank's been cleaned up. So yeah, we were able to actually hold off the Huns. Just they're not going to have the tools they need to win this battle. Those Bosphorian warriors, though, are not going to die quickly. And they are just peppering away at these armored... I mean, just look at the amount of missile fire hitting these armored legio back here. I guess this is why they drill for the testudo formation, because, I mean, these guys are getting absolutely hammered with Hun missile fire. I mean, just look at it. That is incredible. Just getting absolutely peppered. All the Hun horse archers are almost out of ammo, though, so what I'm going to do is actually go ahead and get my Comez general ready to get into combat. But yeah, most of the Hun horse archers are actually now trying to flee, or starting to waver a little bit here. The Bosphorian warriors are not doing so hot. Sweet. Yeah, all the Hun troops are now routing. So we're not going to have killed nearly all of them. They can go and camp and retrain, but we will have made a pretty substantial dent in their numbers there. In fact, that stack getting pretty much ruined, only for the loss of a few infantry units for me, so really not a big deal at all. Look at that, some of their horse archers got a lot of kills. And that was against a testudo. So yeah, most of these guys over here surviving, unfortunately. What are these, Hunnic horsemen? But a lot of this army being destroyed. They're just going to get away with some of their horse archers. They actually lost... it doesn't say who this guy is, but they... Or Singilic. And then Eti. So, could take on warriors. But we're going to kill the captives. No mercy for the Huns. They show no mercy and they'll receive none from my men. And it looks like the Huns have actually pulled off on their attack, but they've brought another stack down. But that means that my client state, or puppet state's no longer besieged. But I mean, there's a lot of Huns in the area. But I think we can hold at Cotes. It would actually probably be better for me to get out and fortify and see if they'll attack my fortification. Because I think I could defend a fortification even better than potentially... Looks like Axum is putting guys on ships and sailing off. They're going to end up causing me a lot of trouble before it's all said and done. The Caramantians are sailing over to Hispania. They are quite a determined lot. Looks like we're going to actually chase off that army of Axum there, so hopefully maybe we can catch them on the next turn and destroy them. And then I'm going to have to use that army in Egypt to go get rid of the Axum once and for all, because they are being an absolute nuisance. And I've tried subduing them, and they don't seem to understand that if you won't be subjugated, you'll be killed. I'm thinking about just going down there and razing their province. Gonna block the promotion just because I can. So yeah, here, this army of Axum has retreated to here. Let's see what we can levy Desert Spears, not interested. If it was going to be more cavalry, possibly. There is a mercenary camel warrior available, so I'm going to definitely get rid of one of these crappy Desert Spears and hire on that camel warrior, because it's going to be a much more useful unit. Alright, let's go attack the Axumites here. They've got a whole bunch of Desert Legionary Defectors and Camel Warriors, Onagers. Those Onagers are going to be annoying. The AI seems to always have them, which is actually not a bad plan. It means they could get into walled cities a lot easier. But typically they're mercenary Onagers, which are very expensive. And so that's another verification that obviously the AI gets lots of cheat funds, because you know that a faction as small as Axum could not really afford. Is that a whole mountain sand dune? Like, that's the biggest sand dune I think I've ever seen. Okay, let's see what we got here. Let's take these guys, line them up. Have I upgraded this general? Yes. Got the Comez here. Good. So we got quite a bit of cavalry, actually. Enough to certainly help get the job done. I will kind of hold my general somewhat in reserve, though, because I'm sure that the Onagers are going to want to target him first and foremost. Okay. I'm gonna fast forward. I'm gonna move my general kind of up to just outside the range of the enemy Onager. What do they got here? Elite Nubian archers? They're not that elite. It says they have an excellent rate of fire. There's their Desert Legionary Defectors, Desert Spears, and Desert Raiders, Mercenary Camel Warriors. Almost all of their units are mercenaries. Mercenary Onager. Lots of mercenaries. They are hitting all my cav with stupid Onager, so I'm going to pull out of their range. They've already gotten a really nice hit here on this unit. And then they have absolutely pummeled that mercenary. Jeez, that's a lot of kills for an Onager. They don't have a whole ton of ammo, though, so their Onager will kind of shoot itself dry. But I mean, that one has already gotten 84 kills. We're just going to let it fire away, though. And then I want to let my armored archers skirmish it out a little with their archers. I want to keep my armored archers. I'm actually thinking about getting them on loose right in front of all my legionaries and kind of leaving them on fire at will. Actually, I don't think I'll need them on loose formation. Well, I'll leave them that way just until the Onager's out of ammo. This one's almost already out of ammo and the other one's halfway gone, so they won't accomplish a whole lot more, I don't think. And as soon as they're out of ammo, I'll just move up my cavalry. I'm going to close the ranks of my Sagittari so that they fire a little more accurately. And then I'm going to go ahead and move up my legionary units into range of the enemy archers. My guys are pretty well armored, and it'll be a waste of ammo for the enemy. How much ammo is that Onager left? 2 shots. Let's start doing some focus fire destruction of the enemy archers. Scoot up just a smidge more to get my archers room to fire. There we go. We can withstand whatever missiles they shoot at my infantry now. And I'm just going to let my armored Centauri, like I said, shoot out some of these elite Nubian archers. I've got precision shot on right now, so we'll be doing a lot of extra missile damage. Don't get to actually see archery skirmish too much. AI usually wants to bum rush you, it seems like. You can see their archers here kind of slowly being whittled down. I don't know if my armored Centauri will have enough ammo to actually kill all their archers. Those are kind of cool looking archers. They got the little shield, little turban thing going on. Cool unit. They're having almost no effect on my infantry, and my armored Centauri actually have quite a bit of ammo. So I probably do have enough to rid myself of some of their archer units. I'll just let them waste some of their ammo here first, and then move my infantry in once I don't have to worry about being shot up by their archers. Otherwise, my armored legio can take their desert defectors. Though their guys actually have way better attack than I would think. Their health is quite a bit lower than my armored legio. My guys have 62 armor as opposed to their 53. So definitely better stats on the part of my guys there. Thinking about switching over to heavy. It has a bonus versus infantry. You see that when they spread their archers out, it does take longer to kill them, but it also makes their guys, I think, a little less accurate and stuff as well. Even on focus fire, it's going to take me quite a while to knock these guys out. Look at them just firing away. Actually, I think I might focus on this unit in the center with all my guys here. I'm gonna try and scoot up a little bit with these guys. I actually think they're kind of just a little too far out of range. Their archers do have a nice rate of fire. Seem to be firing off pretty quick. Now I got all my archers focused on a single target. And it has dropped them substantially as far as numbers go, and relatively quick too. Okay, their archers are actually now out of ammo. So I'm going to stop firing at their archers. I'm going to take my infantry. We'll get them all out of Testudo. And we can now run an attack. Where are you running to, AI? Now they're moving back this way. Okay, let's move up our cavalry and camelry. I'm gonna let my Legio discharge their javelins. They don't really have much of a charge bonus anyway. My archers probably need to stop firing at will. There's your target, though. Let's see if we can hit that desert chieftain with a volley real quick. And we did. Kind of reposition a little bit here. All their spearmen are going to do quite poorly up against my armored legio there. AI is holding back its sword troops. Did I turn off my little screen over here? I don't remember doing that. Game settings. Battle advice none. Show unit markers. Unit tooltip. Alliance coloring. Help markers. Path. Where was it at? Thought it was under game settings. Huh. Unit threat, projectile tails, unit tooltip, expand mode. Always. Huh. It says it's on, but I don't see it over there. Maybe I accidentally hit a key and turned it off or something. Oh, the enemy general's retreated for a moment too. Hit him with another volley. There we go. Hit him in the back. Actually killed quite a few of his horsemen. Go ahead and charge these guys, and let's move to outflank. Let's go ahead and push up our camel warriors over here. I'm gonna give the Desert Chieftain another volley. Go ahead and attack their camel warriors. Yeah, we wrecked the Desert Chieftain pretty bad. We're gonna get camel warriors, but their charge is gonna be broken up by their own archer unit there. Should be pretty ineffectual. The Desert Chieftain was destroyed by archer fire. So the Armored Sagittari pulling their weight here. And this means that the enemy troops remaining are going to be highly susceptible to a chain rout here. I'm going to start chasing down some of their routing troops even as we speak. We certainly don't want these guys to escape. So yeah, my camel warriors and other cavalry are kind of falling on these guys and destroying them. I'm going to try and destroy their mercenary onager before they get off the field as well. And I'm going to let my guys kind of mop up some of their routing troops here that we rear charged. There's actually 40 men in these onager crew, which is pretty irritating. That's quite a few of them. So I have to actually run them all down here for the most part. We're down to 6 men. Let's go chase this one before it gets off the battlefield. I didn't know these Desert Raiders had a scare ability. That's really cool. They could be great in the rear charge. Looks like we've destroyed a big chunk of the routing troops here. Let's get out here and get these guys. The other onager crew is going to get wrecked. Yeah, that mercenary onager's down to 3, so I don't think they'll survive the battle. And that one's going to get destroyed too. Yeah. Alright, so I think that we've managed to wreck the armies of Axum quite well here. And I think that's going to be good enough. Might kill just a few of these routing desert spears here. Alright, so it looks like we can end the battle. Wow, cavalry racked up a lot of kills pretty quick. Armored Sagittari doing well. They still had ammo left also on top of that. So yeah, that army of Axum ought to be well and truly ruined. It is. They get away with a few mercenary camel warriors and 1 archer, and all the rest of their guys were destroyed. I'm going to actually take on their warriors because my guys don't really have any chevrons anyway. So that'll help my army really have the numbers that we need to push on into the territory of Axum and just finish them off altogether. Gave him a sweet decapitating there, as is necessary for desert scum such as himself. So I'm going to... we don't have any stance, but let's see. The army actually gets an upgrade here too. Versus nomadic tribes, barbarian kingdoms, eastern empires. Trying to see what all some of these different higher level ones do. You get up to -12 recruitment cost for land units. Minus construction costs in a local province. That could be kind of cool too in the end game. +4 public orders, a good start too. Alright, and then the general himself needs to be upgraded. He's not a governor, so that won't do us any good. the extra melee defense, though, will. So I think that we have taken care of that situation. If we can just get this Persian area kind of like all buttoned up with no more rebellion, that would be really genius. Look at the Huns out here now suffering winter attrition. That's awesome. There's some pretty good sized Hun stacks around though. Yeah, it looks like Cote's got a little bit of damage during that battle, but nothing we can't pretty quickly repair. Let's go ahead and spend the money. Get the cattle herd out here. And go ahead and throw the aqueduct in there. So yeah, looks like things are pretty good. I'm out of time for this episode. We were able to beat back the Huns. It feels like I haven't captured any provinces per se, but that's mainly just because we've been kind of settling the score in a few key locations. Get my Roman army across the sea here, across the Adriatic and into Italy. So we've got another army now in Italy, ready to take the fight to the enemy. This is pretty sweet. I'm going to let Verona just keep rebelling a bit more too, and I want to go take Mediolanium and Genoa from the enemies of Rome here, and then we can move over here and hit Segusio as well, and we that way we could actually control all of Liguria, which would be pretty nice to have a whole province there too. Like I said, I hope y'all enjoyed this one. HeirofCarthage signing off for now.